Hello everyone, and welcome back to Trailblazer League. In the last episode, I unlocked the Asgarnia region, as well as my next two relics, Fluid Strikes and a Natural Selection. I also was thieving at Arty Knights, got my thieving up, and was able to use that money to buy some gear upgrades like Rune Armor. In this episode, I want to continue working on gear upgrades because I'm still a decent bit away from my next region and my next relic, so rather than keep working at tasks, there's so many gear upgrades I want to get so we can get more into PVM and the other fun stuff. The first upgrades I want to start working on in this episode is jewelry. Aside from getting a better amulet, it would also be really nice to get some teleportation jewelry to make it easier to get around. Between episodes, I went ahead and knocked out a bunch of crafting quests that I've been meaning to do, like Murder Mystery, Hand in the Sand, Elemental Workshop, etc. So my crafting level should now be good enough to do jewelry, and also to have a decent bit of gold and gems. The main thing I need to do is actually get my magic to enchant the jewelry a bit better, because I can't do diamond at the moment, I think. And I also need rune crafting to make the cosmic runes, because I have no idea how else I'm going to get cosmic runes. So I think I'm going to start by doing some rune crafting training and/or getting a cosmic talisman. It took me around 180 tails to get the talisman, but now that I have it, we just need to get up my rune crafting a bit more. Ideally, I'd like to go for 47 rune crafting, so with the plus 12 I can make 2 times cosmics, but I only have 550 essence, so let's see how quick this actually is. Well, that's a pretty good start in base 20s, and now we can use the recall to just go back and forth and use up all the essence. And this is the last of my pure essence for the moment. Yeah, rune crafting's pretty nice when it's 400k experience per hour. I did get a bit over the goal level, but I ended up deciding not to save any essence for cosmics, because I got 90 cosmics from doing this, so I don't really need to go craft cosmics now. Although I still do need to go there for a diary task and a league task later on, so the cosmic talisman wasn't a complete waste. But while I'm here, I also want to run outside and catch a red salamander, because I know that's a couple tasks, one for any salamander and one for a red salamander. After that, I'll get working on jewelry. I crafted and enchanted all of the jewelry. Well, almost all of it. I don't have the magic level yet to enchant the diamond amulet, so that will have to wait, but I do have a bunch of fireboats I bought in the previous episode for trading magic, so hopefully I can get around to that soon. Aside from that, I got a nice set of jewelry, mainly rings of Duel Link Games necklaces, necklace of passage for teleports, as well as some other odds and ends, like bounty, which might help for farming. Unfortunately, I only had a single ruby though. I really wanted to make a strength amulet as well as more dig site pendants, but the Shiloh gem mine was just packed at the moment, so I decided it was best to hold off and see if I can maybe do the hard diary later and use that to get more gems. But for now, I think I'm actually going to look into training both ranged and magic. I need more magic to enchant the diamond, and I also would like to train ranged, but I want to do it by unlocking the bone crossbow and doing the following quest, which gives some range experience. That took a bit longer than I was expecting, but I finally got myself a Lantidime. So the reason I came here to grind that is because I want to make an antifire and go kill some metal dragons with Firebolt. Now, it's probably not the best place to go train magic, but it's a diary task, and I want to work towards the Karam Jahar diary. And, I don't know, it just seemed like a cool thing to go try. So yeah, I can make an antifire potion because my herb lore is high enough, and we can go do a couple of kills and see if we get lucky. And what do we get for the first kill? Nothing! Oh well, at least that was the diary task. Though, since I'm here, I will see if I can get a few more kills. I mean, it used pretty much the entire dose for the first one, but actually, can I get the steel dragon? Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. And this will probably be the last kill since I'm out of antifire potion. And, blood runes. Well, nothing that great drop-wise, but at least I did get a... Oh, also I got a league task done, as well as a diary task, and got enough magic levels now that at least we can enchant the power Amy. And there is 37 range from Death to the Dorgashin. Now I not only got a task from completing that and the previous quest, but I can buy the bone crossbow and do a bunch of other tasks in the city, so let me do those real quick. I still need to go steal a diamond from the wrist chest, but I managed to pickpocket and light a bullseye lantern, and now equipping a bone crossbow is another task. So yeah, now that I have the bone crossbow and higher range, I'm either going to train it up or I might do big chumpy bird hunting, because that needed 30 and it might get me to 40 plus. I'm not sure. It doesn't give a ton of experience, but it is another quest I need to do. Either way, I now got a bunch of tasks crossed off. Actually, we check here. How many was it? So yeah, we're getting decently close to the 5th relic now, but there was a bunch of quests completed. Well, a casket. So while getting hamrobes in the previous quest, I got an easy clue, and here's the casket, which would at least be some... Oh, wow. Huh. So that's technically 3 uniques, 2 bob shirts and purple sweets. Why can I never get this kind of stuff when I'm doing the mass clue openings on my main? But hey, that's 2 easy tasks down. And some fashionscape. I wanted something a bit mindless to do in the background, so I decided to come do some apital agility laps, because now if I transform this into the Karamja monkey and equip it, that should be... I think it's only a medium task. I honestly can't say I'm going to go for all of these, because I still don't have most of these on the main game. I might go for 500, that's I think a hard task. Then it jumps all the way up to 1.5k and then 2k for the next 2 tasks, so probably not going to do those. Might do 500 though. That said, I also now have a much higher agility level, and I think the only things left in agility for me is getting 78 so I can do Arty Rooftop with the plus 12 for the diary task. But since there is, unlimited run, agility's really not that useful, especially because I don't have a lot of the high-level shortcuts given my regions. But yeah, that's another task out of the way, and some nice agility levels that does unlock stuff like Sarah God Wars and some useful shortcuts. So now I think I'm going to go do Chompy Bird Hunting and a couple other quests. And there is Chompy Bird Hunting completed. Now this has a couple perks to it. One, it should have got me... Oh, fletching level. But it did get me 40 ranged, which is going to be helpful. I still need a couple more levels for a thing or two, but now I can go in the Ranging Guild, which is the task, and use Green D'hide, which is also a task, and will speed up range training. Also, Temple of Icon needs 40 range. Anyway, but aside from that, there is apparently a bug where if you took Terrawin and Mauritania, you got Chompy kills. So, to fix that, they just gave everyone a bunch of Chompy kills. So this means I can now claim Chompy hats, which will work for, I think, both the Western Diary and also a couple league tests. So yeah, let me do that real quick. And there we are. It's 3 league tests, 160 points in total. Let's see if the points want to update. So yeah, and I think that should have also counted for the diaries, and that's also why I was holding off on the easy Western Diary before. Because let's see, is the task crossed off now? Should be, yep. So we got that, and I think probably the higher tier diaries as well, which will make it a lot easier to get this diary done now. Aside from getting the Chompy hats for the diary tasks and points and the range experience, there's another reason I wanted to do Big Chompy Bird Hunting, and that is for Recipe for Disaster. So, when we unlock Kandarin, it auto-completed the monkey portion, but there's still a lot of other portions we can do. Now, none of the regions can do all of RFD, because you need another region, in my case, Desert, but we can do a lot of them and get a pretty nice glove upgrade. And to make it even better, I already did it. So let's just turn all this stuff in and get all the quest rewards. I used it on the chair, didn't I? Okay, 1 down. And for the love of God, don't eat this jubbly. You do not want to know how much I went through to get this jubbly. Okay, another 1 down. And some more ranged experience as well. Pirate. Dwarf. Ooh, Sire. And Lumbridge Guide. So that is all of RFD I can do for now. I can do Ceramic Vars, but I need Fremnik first to unlock or autocomplete Legends. But if we head down to the basement, I think I can get Adamant Gloves, because Rune's the best you can get in the league. But I'm not positive. Although, I also know Mithril Gloves is another league task, so we look here, yeah, Adamant Gloves. So I can buy the Mithril Gloves for the league task, and Adamant Gloves is my new best in slot for the moment. Guess who just remembered that you can steal rubies? Yeah, I completely forgot you could steal gems, so I went ahead and did that for a bit, and now I was able to get a couple of rubies to make a strength amulet here, so that's a little upgrade. I also was able to upgrade from U-Bird Houses to Magic, which was another league task, but there is one other big upgrade I want to get this episode. So if you look here, I'm just a bit away from 70 strength, which will let me in the Warriors Guild, but rather than just training it up, I want to do a few more quests to get up my combat stats, and the first one is right over here. So I already completed most of it, and we just go in here and, where is he? Not talk to, attack. Should not be a very, yep. So here's Temple of Ikov, and I mainly want to do this because it's a lot of ranged experience. So yeah, just shot me up from in the 40s to in the 50s. That's not really too helpful if we're getting to the Warriors Guild though, but there's a couple of other quests I want to do, so let's crack on with them. Next up is Recruitment Drive, mainly for the pair experience, but Initiate is also pretty nice armor. I got my outfit all changed back, and now it's time for the next quest, Holy Grail. Now this is a ton of prayer and defense experience. Yeah, that's just insane. Almost 60 defense, and well, enough prayer to... Oh, and also a task. But enough prayer to use pretty much all the prayers I'll be using until we get Chivalry and Piety later on. But yeah, this will help a lot for the upcoming grind. There's still one more quest to do. And as you might have guessed, that last quest is Scorpion Catcher, because it gives a bunch of strength experience, so, you know, makes sense to do it sooner than later. Yep, and there is 70 strength, so now I can get into the Warriors Guild. And, yeah, time to go grind defenders. But first, I do have a Slayer task for spiders, so I want to do that real quick, because I can assign myself hill giants and use that to experience while I kill the Cyclopses. So, let me go kill the spiders real quick, kill some armor to get the tokens, and start grinding defenders. Those 40 spiders got me a lot more levels than I was expecting, but if we get an assignment from Vanica, should be able to pick now. And, let's see. Actually... Oh, did that count as getting a task, even though I haven't picked it yet? Anyway, it's, Hill Giants, right? Where's Hill Giants? There. Yes, don't warn me again. So there we are, Hill Giants and a task from Vanica. Now we can start the Defender grind. After spending like half an hour hopping through all the worlds to finally find one that wasn't crowded, I got this around my 50th kill and still no Defender, so, yeah, it's not going as well as I was hoping it would go. It finally happened. So I was here for 148 kills for a Bronze Defender. I went through like half my tokens just for Bronze. Well, at least I got it. That's what I like to see. Only 3 kills after Bronze I get Iron. And there is the Steel Defender after another 46 kills, so it looks like my luck is starting to even out a little. Oh, what timing. I just got the task for slaying 250 creatures, as well as the Black Defender, which is now highlighted. Well, that was quick. I already got the Mithril Defender. It only took 5 kills or 6 kills after the black one, and the black one was only 76 kills, so a bit overrate, but progressing nicely now. And there is the Adamant Defender. This one only took 32 kills. So hopefully the Rune Defender will come quickly and I will be able to get the Dragon Defender without having to grind too many more tokens. No way. I just came back in, killed one, and got the Rune Defender. Okay, that makes up for all the Bronze Defender luck earlier. Well, let's go farm a Dragon Defender now. After luck with the Rune Defender, I'm not even mad about that. I mean, it's free construction experience, so... And there it is. That did not take that long. Only, 23 kills. But, yeah. Dragon Defender, which is a 100-point task, and a very, very big upgrade from the Mithril Kite Shield. Although I was hoping to get a Rune Full Helm from these guys, because it's also 1 in 100 like the Defender, so I might stay here a little longer, just to see if I can get a spare Defender or a Rune Full Helm. Well, it's not the Rune Helm I was after, but, it is still an upgrade. I didn't manage to get the Rune Full Helm, but that Defender grind was still very successful. It started off pretty bleak with the Bronze Defender luck, but it really picked up towards the end, and I managed to get a Dragon Defender in around 1,100 tokens or so, which is pretty good. On top of that, I did get a bunch of levels. I can't remember where I started with, but I now have 70 attack, 80 strength, and 65 defense, with 62 Slayer, with the plus 12, of course. So I'm not sure what I want to work on next. Maybe more Slayer, or maybe more gear upgrades. I don't know, I think I need to take a bit of a break now and then decide. When I finished the Defender grind, I was 10 points off the tier 5 relic, and I was kind of unsure how I want to go about getting it. So, while doing some AFK fishing though, I got a task, and that got me the relic. So, yeah, here we are. So for tier 5, it's a pretty easy choice. It's going to be Botanist, and that's because of one of its effects. Now, Equilibrium gives extra experience. It's good if you want to max, but, well, I'm not really going for max. Infernal Gathering is honestly tempting. It gives some tools that automatically process resources, and I mean, that does sound kind of cool, but it really pairs best with Endless Harvest. But the bonus is just so overpowered. So it makes all farming crops 5 times faster, it doubles the resources you get from farming, it makes all potions you mix 4 dose, and it saves 95% of your secondary ingredients. But if that was not strong enough, it also makes it so boosted stats no longer drain. So if I drink a super potion, it just acts like a permanent overload. Or maybe not overload. I mean, if I brew down, it will still go back down. It won't restore. But, you know, it's kind of like a permanent divine potion. Or when I sip it once, it becomes a divine potion. So, I mean, I just can't pass up on that of how much PVM I want to do. So, yeah, there is the next relic. And the other notable thing about this, though, is now I have 3 times drop rates, which is the best you can get on the league. So, there's definitely some drops I'd like to go for now that we have that. However, those drops have to wait until next time, but before I end off the episode, there's a couple things to note. The first is that Botanist is insane. I have no regrets at all after using it for a bit for farming and herb lore. Just to show you how insane it is, look at that stack of giant seaweed. I just was sitting down there collecting spores and harvesting it because it grew so fast and I got double the yield. So, a lot of crafting experience there. A lot of crafting experience. Aside from that, I did also manage to get enough hunter to collect dragon implings. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find any. However, I was able to find some other implings that I thought would make a nice little opening at the end of the episode. So here's the ninja implings. I don't think there's much I really need from ninjas. Well, we at least got a dragon dagger. That's new for me. So, something. But the main ones I'm interested in are magpie, because you can get key halves, which, well, let's just see if we get any. Let's just spam click. Oh! Okay, so we did get a crystal key, which is good, because now I can get a dragon stone. So even though I wasn't able to get one off a dragon impling, yeah, I think I'll be working towards that next episode. Also has some eclectics in natures. I'm not really interested in opening them right now. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I made a ton of progress with a big gear upgrade with the Dragon Defender and everything. Amulets that are soon to be outdated, and much more. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next episode and getting into bossing. Hopefully you are too, and until next time, goodbye.